I am the luckiest girl in the world. I love my job, I love the people I work with, and I love the places that I get to travel to, especially New Zealand.
The gardens were really magic. I went there yesterday. The vision from that was awesome. He absolutely loved it. As we check out how he started off the matchup against last year's Rookie of the Year, M.Mignot. Yago throwing down some big hooks to get a 5-6-7 here, True.
Oh, I liked that last carve. How's the power and the speed in that as well? And he's had a couple of really nice connections, just finding those tighter pockets where he can really go up and vertical. And
him and his father, Y.Dora, a chance to just be father and son. But let's just get to the live action right now and see what M.Mignot has on the answer back, Joe.
Thank you, Kaipo. Yeah, Marco, last year's Rookie of the Year. Flowing into a nice bottom turn, nice sweeping turn in the open face, snaps it off the top, just trying to pace his way through those little sections that are popping up with that easterly flow. A lot of falls throughout the day today because of how quickly the wave can change shape. Yago will pick this one up and step off. 5-6-7 on the opener. Marco had a 1-7-7. But yeah, Kaipo brings up a big conversation. It was, before.
It's a definitely tricky one. Unfortunately, we all didn't have a lot of experience here, so we kind of just have fun, I guess. I think everyone's having fun here in New Zealand. It's a new place, and we get to go left, we get more laps, so I think everyone's having fun, and I think we're all just having fun.
There's a big cheer here. Mate, your backhand is obviously one of your weapons. Growing up in Indonesia, there's just endless lefts over there. And one of the real points of difference in your surfing, I'm noticing, is that you are actually able to bring a lot of creativity into the lip here, where a lot of other crew are just sort of banking on big power turns. That's a nice thing to have in your back pocket.
On Baron Mamiya, Cowley Voss, Crosby, all ahead of them, but all of those names out of the contest. And during that catch-up with Rio, we saw Marco get this wave, True.
Oh, how was this? He was just releasing the passion, releasing the power when he needed to, and Marco is on the attack. He knows that he's got a big opponent in Yago Dora for this heat, and he's just not leaving anything in the tank on each of those waves. And some pretty powerful stuff from him the other day. And Yago as well, he's looking really strong. It's a smaller wave, but you can see it looks like a little bit of a grower as well, and he's finding that little tweak. He's getting a little closer to the pocket, which is allowing him to get more vertical on the forehand, and how's the patience here as well. I mean, he's looking really strong, and I feel like...
To get the lead, let's start with Yago's wave, Jesse.
I really love just his ability to be able to pull these tricks out of nowhere, but you can see that wind.
And misses out on some opportunity. Marco is going to catch the next wave. Throwing a first turn through the white water. Nice bowling section there, attacking it in the critical part of the wave. There's a carve out front. Just setup work. He's hoping some of this patience might pay off in a better section here in Manu Bay. Forced to carve again, not giving it to him, so Mignot has to kick out, but a couple of falls from Dora in this one.
Actually blowing the board away from his back foot there, so coming completely undone. And then Marco did really well on this second section. It started to get really fast through that, so getting nice and vertical, pushing hard through that third, and then you can see here starts to widen the stance a little bit. I thought he was going to try and take to the sky, but just that wall didn't really bend back at him enough for him to be able to have that pop and that lift to get into the air.
4-10 is happening all season. We'll give you that Yeti cooler. Yago swinging for one now. Snap in the pocket, real stylish as well. Second carve, brilliant. Super smooth with that carved to tail release. A la Corey Lopez. And now leaning into that one off the lip. Dora attacking the next section. Board from Lost Surfboards looks magic. He's waving to the fans and, well, waving to the water patrol as well, because he knows he gets a free ride if he wants it. He said, hang on, I'm not ready for the pickup yet. Still want to throw another snap by the boat ramp. Jams it off the top again. Is he going to go for something above the lip? He forces the reverse and right onto the rocks. There was no water under there. and everyone was losing it watching this wave, Jesse.
This was incredible. This is the shades of what we saw from his last heat. So much variety on this wave. Just the silky smooth lines. I especially love that carve into a big tail drift. Comes back through the inside. Gives us more to work with again. Drop into that layback. Tags it. Throws the fins up and over the lip line. Here comes the patience that True was talking about earlier for the end of the wave. But the start of this had so much fireworks, so much just finger-licking good surfing. This is exactly what you want to see on a left-hand point break. Variety and just perfect tempo and timing in the perfect pocket of this wave. Yago really found the gear that he was trying to find in this heat.
So much variety with that beautiful style, so much connectivity between turns, and look, he's able to shift gears again, True, but also just showing what he can do. We got to witness a bit of it on the lowers left last year. It's a victory for Yago, but he's just going to want to surf all day. Here he goes again, throwing the tail out. Similar type of move he slipped on a couple of waves ago, True.
Really challenging one at that.
Yago's just going to keep on taking waves under the priority of M.Mignot. He's got the speed. Beautiful down carve. Picking up the pace again. Open face hook with so much speed and finesse. Brilliant start. Just seeing an open face rail hook on the front side of Dora is just thrilling. He'll snap it right there out in front. Hugs the pocket again. Remember, he doesn't ever want to ride early from the water patrol. He's trying to maybe make another section off the boat ramp. Uses every part of this wave. Look at that. Pops the fins. That time he sticks it above the rocks. This wave's about a half a foot. How much does Yago love to surf?
Goodness. You can't help but smile. You really can't help but smile when Yago Dora gets to his feet and laugh with him as well. I mean, he just makes it look easy and makes it look fun. And those first few turns, the speed that he came out of that was just next level. It was so good to watch.
It's a jersey number that's been selling out here on site here. You can get one on WSLstore.com that says Dora on the back. What about that first turn?
Oh, that was so good. Wow, just two carves like that back to back where he started at the top, draws it so hard back to the power source down the bottom. I mean, Yago, there's a definite gear change to what we saw at the start of this heat. This wave, you'd hate to watch this from behind if you're M.Mignot to know that he got this under priority. Like, it's just one of those, it's the worst feeling ever to be like, oh no, are you kidding? But Yago can convert a score on any wave that rolls through. He already has a 9. Came through this inside. It felt like he had a little bit of revenge or redemption with this inside section. Pops the fins. Gets the throw back around once those fins re-engaged as well. So these first two carves were so beyond critical. There's not a lot of people who can get points for carves like this, but Yago is definitely one. Doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere out of that top 10 anytime soon. Marco with a fight back though.
Marco comboed at the moment. Last year's Rookie of the Year has been Mr. Clutch in the past. Has to go down for the backhand carve, then to snap. Now throwing it up through the lip line. Back into a carve. It's tough to chase the momentum of the world champ at the moment. 2:35 on the clock. This goofy foot performance could be inspiring Cole Hauschman at the moment. But peaked with his best numbers so far.
I really love just that gear change that we saw from Yago. You could see he just leveled up. He clicked in, he goes, you know what, I'm not okay with what I have in my scoreline right now.
Mate, the world champ is in the house. Yago Dora, that was an amazing performance. It's your equal highest heat total of the year, and it's also the equal highest wave score we've seen in this event. So catching fire at a beautiful time, mate.
Yeah, it's so fun, you know, when we have opportunities to open up. And I started that heave having a hard time reading my waves, and then I just had to settle down, wait for a proper wave, and then set the rail on water. And yeah, it's a little tricky to set the rail actually with the chop, but I managed to do that, and I think the judges appreciated that. So yeah, it's just so fun, you know, when it starts to turn on here, you just want to keep surfing, and that happened in the heat.
Mate, it's funny, like when I watch you surf like that, I'm thinking, far out, like the personality of this wave actually suits your personality a bit. It's got this sort of beautiful, cruisy tempo, but when it wants to, it'll produce magic moments.
Yeah, for sure. That wave I got the 9 on was a really good wave, just steep all the way down. I was able to link everything together, and then that other wave, I knew I only had the first part really good, so I really tried to open up on those first carves, and then the wave kind of died afterwards. But yeah, it's just super fun. I think it's going to get better and better as the tide keeps pushing, and I feel like this heat has already a little bit bigger waves than mine. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day.
I was talking to Philippe earlier about sort of Medina's start to the year, you know, the narrative. He's really sort of grabbed it around the neck and taken it with him. Philippe wasn't really buying that. He was saying, you know, yeah, he got off to a good start, but actually this world title conversation is wide open. How are you feeling about your campaign at the moment?
Yeah, for sure. I know it's a long year. It doesn't, of course, it's important to be in the lead right now, but it only matters in the end, you know. So yeah, I'm getting my points slowly, and yeah, and hope we go all the way.
Yeah, and mate, I mean, this has got to be the biggest crowd New Zealand's ever had for a surf comp. Describe what it's like when, you know, hooting down the line, you're so close to this, you know, you're so actually physically close to the crowd. What's it like when you know, do a big turn or you get a good wave and you can feel all that energy coming back at you?
Yeah, it's actually really cool because each good turn we do, we can actually hear the crowd yell, and it's pretty fun to surf like that. I love performing for a crowd. My first event I won was in Brazil in front of a massive crowd, so I always felt good performing for them. I really used that energy in my favor, and yeah, it's been a great environment here. Everybody has been super respectful, and they're massive surf fans. It's been really cool.
It's unreal, man, and you're putting on a show for them. That was absolutely beautiful to watch. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you in the next round.